This is a great question, and the best way that I know how to explain this is to do a little demo. So the way I explain it is you want to make sure that you have your ribs stacked over your hips. So a lot of times when people are working out, they will, like if they're doing a tricep extension, for example, they'll kind of like stick their butt out like this and start pulling like that. And then there's this huge curve in your back that is obviously not engaging your core because your belly's just kind of hanging out and your butt is sticking out too much. So what you want to do is you want to stack your ribs over your hips so that you actually have a straight back. And then when you do your tricep extension, for example, your core is actually engaged. Like my core is actually engaged, and I'm kind of bracing my core as if somebody is gonna hit me. So I'm kind of bracing myself for a punch. Now it sounds aggressive, but it does work, and it's a much better position for your back when you're stacking your ribs over your hips than when you're kind of like twerking and sticking your butt out. So you don't want to do that on any exercise, whether you're standing or whether you're on the ground. So now when you're on the ground, for example, a really good way to test your core strength is by doing some kind of a dead bug exercise. So I actually do these regularly throughout the week. I maybe do them 2 or 3 times a week. And what I like to do is I like to make sure that my back is pushing into the floor. So this is how you engage your core on the floor. So I'm gonna lay down, and you can do this without the ball too, if you just wanna test it without any kind of thing in your hands. So I just lay on the floor and I do the same thing. I'm stacking my ribs over my hips so that there's no gap between the floor and my back. So I'm actually bracing my core on the ground, and there's no space in between here. So what I do is I just take my right hand and my left leg, and I'm stabilizing the ball, and I'm bracing my core for each rep. So left hand, right leg, extend, extend. So you should not feel this in your back. You should feel it in your core. Your core is obviously going to get tired, and your legs might want to overcompensate. So a lot of time my quads want to do like the lifting instead of my core really controlling the movement. So at that point, I just bend my knees so that my quads or my hip flexor isn't trying to take over the movement. So instead of straightening my leg all the way down, I'll just bend it a little bit to make it easier on my core. So hopefully that helps. Go ahead and try that out and let me know if that works. And if you guys want more tutorials, definitely let me know.